Hello and thank you for clicking on the video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to list and ship on eBay. So if you're new to eBay and you need a step-by-step guide, you're in the right place to get you started. Now I know you're really excited to get selling on eBay, but there's a couple things you need to think about before you start listing stuff. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a scale, a shipping scale, preferably something that you can do in ounces. This way you can weigh your packages and prepare your packages at home yourself. You're going to save a ton of money by buying your shipping labels through eBay, 20, 30, 40% sometimes. Other things to think about, some supplies are going to be tape, packaging tape. Don't use anything but packaging tape. Boxes, preferably small brown boxes depending on what you're going to be shipping, bubble mailers, which you'll use for DVDs and video games and whatnot. And if you want to check out the description, I have a lot of products linked, stuff that I use, boxes I use, bubble mailers that I use. Everything's in the description. If you want to check out those Amazon links, I would greatly appreciate it. And on this video, you should know that I'm going to be mostly doing everything on my phone. I'm going to be doing the shipping portion. I'm going to be doing the listing portion, all on my Android phone. So if you have an Apple phone, it will probably be similar, but not the exact same. So just warning you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the listing process. Now for the listing process here, I've selected a couple of very common, easy-ish items to list. So I picked a pair of shoes and a couple of video games, and I picked them for different reasons. So I'll go over that in a minute. Get you guys familiarized with the eBay app. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and create your account and go ahead and sign in. So once you get signed in, your screen should look a lot like this. You're gonna have your home button at the bottom. You're gonna have My eBay, your search, inbox, settings. And at the very top, you're gonna have your search on eBay, the microphone that you can talk into if you don't feel like typing, and the camera that you can use for like a Google Lens thing, or you can also scan a barcode. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go and look at the couple things that are on here. We're gonna hit My eBay. That's gonna take you to your home notifications and messages right there. Then if you click on the selling tab, it's going to bring you to what you call your seller's hub. So this is going to be like your main page as a seller. This is going to be where you work from, and on your phone anyway. So you're going to have your total amount of actives, your solds, your pending funds, your buyers that have paid, ship now ready, your send offers and whatnot, so forth. So there's a lot of tangents that you could go on to with the eBay app and on different things, but we're going to stick with the basics. So we're going to list an item. Typically, what I'll do is with these is I will go to the barcode scanner here at the bottom, and that's going to bring up your barcode scanner. So anything that has a UPC, you can scan it and you can get things easily. You can find comps and other lists very easily. So let's take this video game right here. All right, we got it scanned in. Now these things, the white ones that we're looking at, these are all the currently listed items. These are not sold, these are listed. So what we're gonna do here, we wanna find out what they're selling for and how often. So we're gonna go up here to the filter button. Now in order to make yours look like this, you're probably gonna have to go down here to the bottom and you're gonna have to go to the customize tab. Customize, and you're going to expand all filters, and you're also gonna want to put lockable filters in case for the future if you ever wanna lock a filter. So you're gonna wanna go to there and then go back to the settings or hit the sold tab, which is also gonna turn the completed tab on. And you're gonna see now everything that's green here is a sold comp. So we're looking through here, we see things that are selling for $24.99 free shipping, $17.99, $17.50, $24.95. This is a complete with manual. So it's safe to say that we could probably get $20 plus shipping on this if we have the manual with it. So what we'll do is, let's just verify that we have the manual. All right, we do. Game's in good shape. So we're gonna find one of these that matches what we have the best. So let's go with this one right here. This one that sold most recently for $24.95 with free shipping. We're gonna click on this, and once we click on it, it's gonna take us to this page. And this is what's gonna be magical right here for you, is this sell one like this. This is gonna save you a lot of time. All right, and just like that, this has created a template based on the other one that was sold. Well, now we do need to go through this and make sure that everything that's in this is correct that applies to our item that we're selling. So let's go ahead and take some pictures. With taking the pictures, you'll just click the icon at the top and then you'll click the camera. I like to make it a square, just like that. And we will start taking our pictures. All right, now that we have 4 pictures that I'm satisfied with, back, front, inside, and manuals, we're gonna click the done button down here at the bottom. And now it's gonna upload our photos. We don't have to wait on that. We can continue doing this. So now we're gonna check out the title, see if the title applies to ours, take out everything unnecessary. I don't like the commas and the exclamation points and stuff like that. So we'll take all that stuff out. CIB means complete in box, meaning it has the manual. It is not tested, but I will take out the tested and working portion of it. All right, so I'm happy with this title. So I will, from this point on, because of the eBay's recent update, I will select all here, copy this, and I'll take it with me down here to the bottom, and I will put this in the description portion because it doesn't automatically load a description anymore, and I don't like using the AI description. So we're gonna paste that in there, and we're gonna add in condition is pre-owned. All right. So basically your description is the same thing as your title plus the condition of the item. I'll always add that in there. All right, so now we're gonna go to the item specifics. Condition, we'll put very good for this. And then the only information that's required is at the top here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but the information that's required is at the top. So we have to put in the name of the game, the platform, and the condition. Everything else is recommended. So we'll put in here, it even recommends the year it was made, 2006. The rest of this stuff we will probably leave blank. But the more of these specifics that you put in, the more likely that you are to be found as far as the people searching for this item. So you could even go to video game series and put in Family Guy, put in unit. All right, and down here at the bottom is kind of a little important section. You want to make sure that the UPC is selected, which it is at the UPC that we scanned, and also your custom SKU. If you want to put something in here that will basically be your reminder as to where this item actually is, that's where you're going to want to put that is right here. So like if you have a bin system or something, you would want to put it in here to say where it's at so you don't lose your stuff. All right, happy with this item specifics? We're going to go ahead and keep scrolling up here. Pricing, we agreed that to buy it now, I'm gonna put it buy it now at $19.99. And if you click down here, I should probably explain this. So you don't want to do an auction. I don't prefer auctions unless it's a certain item. Very rarely do I sell things on auction anymore. The better you get at eBay, the more you realize that you can just do a buy it now and it'll eventually sell for what you want and you don't have to risk losing any money on it. But yeah, don't do the auction. Buy it now, and their duration is going to be good till canceled. I don't want to accept offers on this one, and I have one quantity. All right, volume pricing is off, and schedule start time is off. I don't need either one of those applied to this. All right, now we're going to get down to the shipping. So when dealing with shipping with video games, they're going to go UPS Ground Advantage. That's pretty much everything under £1 through the post office is going to be through UPS Ground Advantage, which used to be called First Class, but now it's called UPS Ground Advantage. All right, we can bring our scale in now, and just to get a rough estimate, especially for people that are new, go ahead and turn your scale on. Not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but most video games are going to weigh between 6 and 10 ounces. All right, this one's going to be right under 5. All right, so we'll go ahead and put our package deals in here. We're gonna put this game at 6 ounces because once we put it in a bubble mailer, that's about what it's gonna be. Bubble mailers are normally 8 or 9 by 7 and by 7 by 1. That's the dimensions of the package. Go ahead and back out of this. So now it's going to be shipped UPS Ground Advantage, and it's going to be the buyer paying anywhere between $5.40 and $8.55. Now, what this is meaning is that this is a calculated rate, and this calculated rate will be based on their location as far as proportionate to where my location is. You can also in this section offer free shipping, or you can do a buyer pays flat rate. All right, now that our shipping is in there correctly, we're gonna keep scrolling and we're gonna get to the bottom. your handling time and payment method. So you're going to go in here and you're going to be able to adjust your settings for these. Payments managed by eBay. eBay is pretty much the default now. eBay managed payments, they do everything in-house. I have mine set for 2 business days. I think 3 is standard. Now, if you're new, I would give yourself the 3 days just because it'll give you a chance to make sure you have the stuff that you need to package the item properly. And then you're gonna have your item location, whereas your physical location that you're gonna be shipping the item from, and then your return policy, which I accept returns. And you're gonna also require immediate payment. I usually do that for your higher priced items. Anything over $100, $200, usually I require immediate payment so that people just don't buy the item and then just sit around and don't pay for it. All right, so we're backing out of that. We have the option of doing a portion for charity, which we're not, or a promoted listing. I'm not gonna pay for those services. So we're gonna go ahead and list the item. So we'll go back and double check, look at everything, and it looks like it's good. Sailing Guy video game. I go into these item specifics and make sure that everything is correct. So this is E for everyone. I want to change it to a mature game. Everything else in here looks good. Double check all your specifics before you make it live. You want to make sure it's all accurate. All right, $19.99. Buyer pays shipping. All right, and then you're gonna go ahead and hit the list your item. All right, and it's successfully listed. Hit the done, and now you can go on to the next one. And just to show you guys something here, I would definitely, if you have anything that's wrong with something, if you're selling it, if it's got scuffs that are not easily detectable on the photos, I would definitely put it in the description. Like this video game here has some discoloration on the top. You would definitely want to make sure you take an extra picture of this, or maybe put it in the description that it's slightly damaged at the top, because you don't want to have the buyer get something and then they're unhappy with their purchase. It's just going to result in a return or negative feedback, which you don't want, especially as a new seller. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to these pair of shoes. I did a video game and shoes because I feel like these are some common items that people have around the house they might try to sell. So I'm now going to move on to the pair of shoes after doing the video game, and with Nikes being probably the easiest ones to list, I'll put a screenshot of the tag on this one, but it has a serial number. Nikes have a serial number, and it's going to be 6 numbers with a dash with 3 more numbers. So it's a 9-digit number. All right, so I took the time now. I typed in the number at the top, as you can see. That's the that's the serial number for these shoes. Or the model number, I guess you'd call it model. That's probably correct as the model number. It's going to bring up all the listed ones. So these are all the ones that have the same model number as mine that are listed. So all these shoes up here. All right, we're going to go to the filter button. We're going to go to the sold tab, and it shows 2 pair that have sold. So they both sold around $50, $55 free shipping, and then $50 plus shipping. So we're going to go ahead and go into this one right here. I think this one's going to be okay. And now we're gonna hit sell one like this. All right, first thing we're gonna do is take some good pictures of the shoes. Now that I got some decent pictures of these shoes, I'm gonna go ahead and move out of the photos. We're gonna go to the title here, and we're also gonna make sure this is the right size, because a lot of times these shoes are going to be different size. Okay, so these shoes are a 9.5, right? And I'm pretty happy with the rest of the title, so we'll leave it the same. We're going to go down to the item specifics here. We're going to go ahead and put the condition. They're pre-owned. Brand is Nike. Size is 9.5. Men's. Color red. Okay, all that stuff is nice. Style code is correct. Go ahead, you're gonna wanna fill in all these descriptions as you can, as many as you can. Make sure they're all correct with what you have. You don't wanna put on there that it is something different and then the buyer gets upset. So you just wanna make sure that all this stuff is correct. Then we'll go to the top and we'll grab our title again, because we gotta have this. So we're gonna hit select all, we're gonna copy this. We're going to take it down to the bottom here and put it in our description, which is the exact same thing as our title. Paste that in there. Condition is pre-owned.
I'm gonna price these. There's a lot of these listed, but very few sold. So I'm going to turn the auction off. We're going to put in here probably $49.50. In fact, we're going to go ahead and turn on the best offer section here just in case, because we do want to get these sold. I'll put a minimum offer of, let's say, $29. I'll entertain the offer around anything around $29. I'll entertain it. All right, we got one quantity, and these are going to go priority mail. These shoes are going to be definitely over a pound, and anything over a pound is typically with the post office going to go priority mail. So we're going to put in here. We'll go ahead and get a quick weight of our shoes. The shoes weigh a little over 2 pounds. I'm going to leave it at 3 pounds to compensate for the box and the padding. And then the box is probably going to be a 15 by 8 by 6, which is a very common shoe box for the post office size. These should definitely fit inside that. All the other settings look correct. All right, we're going to scroll down a little bit further. Same thing as before. We're going to have the payment method, handling time, location, donation to charity, and now we're going to hit list your item, but we're going to go back through and make sure everything looks correct before we hit this final button here. Well, it all looks good, so now we're going to make our listing live, and that was successfully completed. All right, and so once again, I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. And so the ground advantage, which the video game was going to go, so the post office is not going to supply any type of packaging for those ground advantage packages. But whenever it comes to priority mail, you can ship it in your own box, or you can use their own priority mail boxes. Now you can only use these for priority mail, and these are in fact free from the website or at the post office. So if you go to the website for the United States Postal Service, you can actually order boxes of different sizes and shapes that are only intended to be used for the priority mail service. So these are all 100% free. And these boxes right here in particular are the shoe box. So these are very important for shipping shoes. I usually use these 90% of the time for any pair of shoes. Go to the website and get you a couple of those if you need them to ship your shoes. That way you already have the boxes. All right, and now that I've showed you guys a little bit on how to list a couple items, I think I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to ship from your phone. The reason why I want to go through this method is people might not have a printer. Now, if you have a printer, you can go through on a computer, on a PC, you can go through the process of purchasing a shipping label and printing one out with a regular printer or a label printer, however. But if you don't have those things and you're only selling 1 or 2 items every day, every other day, then the method that I'm about to show you would work for you pretty well without having to buy a printer. All right, so now let's say you finally did sell an item. You sold the first item and now you're ready to ship it out. So this is what you're gonna do. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is open the eBay app, and you should have a notification here that says paid and ship now. Now you don't wanna ship an item to somebody that hasn't paid for it. eBay is not gonna really let you do that anyway, but some people can buy it and they haven't actually paid for it. So don't get caught up in that. Make sure you wait until it says paid and ship now. So now we're gonna go, I actually have 7 that are awaiting shipment, but I'm going to go ahead and show you this one. So here we're gonna hit the buyer paid ship now. So it says get shipping label here at the bottom. So we're gonna hit this button. All right, now it's gonna generate us a shipping page here. So this is where you're gonna go ahead and put all the information in. So you have your order details at the top, your package size and dimensions. So firstly, we have the video game here. So we're gonna go ahead and get our shipping method. Now I'm not actually gonna seal this up right now, but I'm just showing you how this works. You're gonna wanna get a bubble mailer, and these are 6x9, 7x9s, that they will usually work. Any of those will ship a DVD or a video game. Once again, I have links in the description if you're really interested in these. Amazon links, check them out if you need to get stuff like this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put this in here, and this little bubble mailer should slide in there and fit very snugly. And then once we get it inside the package and sealed up, we would then turn our scale on here. So I'm sure you can see that. It's 5.8 ounces. Now with eBay, you can't do 0.8. So everything you get, it's gonna be rounded up. So this is gonna be rounded up to 6 ounces. If it were 5.1, it'd still be raised up to, rounded up to 6 ounces. All right, now that we know our weight and dimensions of the item that we're shipping, we can actually go in here and adjust these. So now we can put in here that it's 6 ounces, and the dimensions is going to be 9 by 7 by 1. So we're going to save those dimensions in there. All right, and we are shipping this USPS Ground Advantage, so it's under a pound. And see right there, you're saving 25% to the retail price. So if you were to go buy the shipping label at the post office, you would pay 25% more. Buying it with eBay is going to save you money. Then once you get your dimensions in there, and you're going to scroll up and you're going to say, it says don't have a printer, get a free QR code. So all right, you can update your settings. Right now my setting is set for the printable label, but if you hit update settings, it's going to let you get the QR code and printable label. And if you select this option, it's going to send you the QR code in email. And then down here at the bottom, after you select the QR code and printable label, you can choose the print option. If you're shipping with USPS, I guess you could do the 2 by 7, and then you would save those settings. And then once you would do that, you would come down here to the bottom and you would purchase your shipping label. So you would go ahead and seal the game up, and then at that point you would just take the QR code along with your package, and you would take it to the post office, and they would print the label, smack the label on the package, and away you go. That's going to do it for this video. I hope that it was helpful. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. Either I will get to them as quickly as I can, or I'm sure somebody else will try to answer and help you out as well. If you're interested in content about yard sales, eBay, and trying to make a profit business on eBay, that's what my channel is all about. So if you want to consider subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it. And thanks for watching.